Welcome to the DNX podcast. My name is Sylvia Chrisman and I am your host. I'm here today with my friend Nate Ginsburg, and I'm so excited that you made the time to be here with me today. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Nate, tell me, where in the world are you right now?
I am currently sitting in my apartment at Chiang Mai, looking at what is normally a beautiful view of the mountains, which getting kind of into smoky season is, to be honest, a little hazier than normal, but still beautiful, albeit a little hazy.
Beautiful. So I'm always curious about this. What's a typical day like for you?
For me, well, in Chiang Mai, I guess it depends on where, but so I guess it depends on if it's a yoga in the morning day or if it's a work in the morning day.
Okay.
So
tell me more.
So usually, I guess, I like to wake up pretty early, maybe like between 6 and 7. Wake up, wash up, take some supplements, meditate, gratitude, achievement, kind of note or journal, and then get coffee. So coffee, read, on good days, read, maybe have, calls in the morning. Well, then that's where it kind of diverges. If it's yoga in the morning, then, well, go to yoga. If it's not yoga in the morning, then calls, such as days like today, and work time, to kind of ease into the day.
Yeah. So when you say a work day, what does that actually mean to you? I know you run your own company, so tell us a little bit more about what you do today. What is your work? What is your company?
Yeah.
What's your focus? Yeah.
Good question. In terms of current business, I have an e-commerce business. So we sell on Amazon in the EU. And I've got an amazing team that really manages that business. And so I'm also kind of excited about and pursuing a lot of kind of new projects and new opportunities. And so that's a lot of where, my time goes. And so, what that means is, in reality, it's a lot of calls. So, a lot of my work the last kind of few months or half year or so is like a lot of calls. I mean, all the best things in my life and the best opportunities have all come from amazing people that I've had the pleasure and good fortune of meeting and connecting with. And so yeah, that's kind of, I see, my job or role or opportunity as the leader of my business is to, go out and find and pursue the best opportunities for, myself, and then as well as, for my team. And the way I think that in the past, the way that I've been able to find those opportunities, and so now, intentionally, a lot of my time is dedicated to, to calls, connecting, reconnecting, and exploring. So yeah, a lot of my day, have a lot me other kind of work stuff too, but lots of calls.
Me too. Sounds like my day. Yoga, calls.
Yeah, it's kind of it.
It's kind of how it is. Yeah, I know.
It's not so bad.
Not really. I step outside, I'll look at the jungle, go to the ocean, have another call. Yeah, I get it. Tell us more about what is your actual business?
So, current business is e-commerce, selling on Amazon in the EU. So I got into e-commerce a couple years ago, started selling in the US, sold that business early last year, in the spring of last year.
Into the EU, or what do you sell?
Yeah, it's a variety. We manufacture in China and sell. It's kind of a somewhat wide range of stuff. We've got some, kitchen products, some biking products, some camping products, some beauty products. But physical products that, manufacture in China and then, import and sell. Well, we were selling in the US, but then I sold that business. So now only selling currently in the EU markets. And so that's selling in UK, Germany, France, Spain, Italy.
Very cool.
And so that's the current business. I guess that's the current business that I'm running. I've also recently invested in a business, in an Amazon advertising business, and so have calls with the founder to. I guess that's kind of my role in that, as well as there's getting to be more overlap with my team getting involved with helping out that business with some things where obviously it makes sense.
Right. How do you manage your team remotely?
Good question. There's a lot of, I'll just kind of, some of the highlights or things that we do that I think contributes to. So one of the things, honestly, that I'm most proud of in my business is our company culture. And company culture is it's an amazing and I think really interesting thing, because it's something that, like, as the business owner, you can create, but you're not, you can influence, but it's not like it also exists like independent of you or bigger than you. It's not just you. And this is something that has been amazing to see as I've kind of at different, points over the last, year or few years been kind of more involved with the day-to-day of running my business. And then at other points, been more removed and, my team more running. And I have a manager that manages that business. And this idea of company culture, it's something that, like, as the business owner and the leader, you can create and instill, and that then, when going, right, persists and exists, with or without you, which in my experience has been really amazing. Like, we've got, I've got such an amazing team, such, like, wonderful people, and are, and have this, like, just like, positive and abundant company culture that has certainly been intentional on my end. One of the things that I love about running a business and hiring is that, as the owner or the boss, like, I get to choose the people that, that I get to work with. And so, like, of course everyone's awesome. I literally handpick them and like, make a point to only pick people that are awesome, and that, like, continues to raise the bar and the caliber of people. And that's something that I think is super important. But to your question of, managing a remote team, some of the kind of I guess, like, nuts and bolts or operationally, use Slack, use Trello, Skype a little bit. But some of the other things that we do that I think that contributes to, to our positive culture and environment is on Wednesdays. So I've been doing this for the past, I guess, kind of going on 2 years, but Wednesdays do weekly update videos for my team. And so, we have a format that we kind of follow where kind of starts with like a quote or a principle, goes into some updates, shout out a team member, some updates on my end of just, where I am and kind of what my plans are.
They're pre-recorded?
I pre-record them and then I share them with the team. So, so people can watch it kind of on their own time.
Very cool.
But that's something. Yeah. Thank you. Happy to, it's Wednesday. I'll be recording one later today. Happy to share with you if you want to check it out. I don't know. I like it. Look forward to your feedback. But so that being one, weekly update videos. Another thing is, it seems simple, but like weekly team calls. Everyone getting together. We do it once a week to just kind of touch base and kind of communicate. I mean, my team is currently in Thailand, in the Philippines, in Vietnam, and in the Ukraine. And so we span and the USA, I guess as of recently. So, we span a lot of different, time zones and locations. And so, so one day a week or, for one, hour a week at least, all coming together to just kind of communicate and, touch base on, projects and whatnot.
Yeah. So
team meetings.
Here's an interesting question. Considering you have that many different time zones, which, that I have that myself too. I work across various different time zones. Which time of the day do you have this call that everybody can call in?
So it's usually Tuesday mornings, Asia time.
Got it.
And so also it's kind of been recent. So the person on my team who's currently in the US recently moved there from the Philippines just like a few weeks ago. So that's kind of, I guess like new or not usual. We're not usually accommodating US time zones. Also, the girl who is currently in Kiev is from Kiev, lives there, or her family's from there, but she was in Southeast Asia also a month ago and is coming back to Southeast Asia. So we're not always coordinating so many time zones. Just today, it so happens we are in a lot of time zones. But yeah, generally like, late morning. I mean, yesterday we had our call. It was 11 a.m. Thailand time, which was like 6 a.m. Kiev and, 8 or 9 p.m. California time where the person in the U.S. is. So yeah, somewhat variable depending on where everyone is or, kind of what's going on.
I would find that the thing, like remote teams, the thing about it is that we move around. So there's no consistent time zone that depending on who you are at that time is how you pick the best time to connect with each other, for sure.
Totally. It's, it's gotta be a little dynamic and flexible. But yeah, with the team, the stuff that like I've, kind of found or what I, kind of some of the core principles in terms of how to operate and the kind of business that I want to run is like, there's got to be good communication, transparency, honesty. I try as much as possible to, encourage communication within the team, communicating, the team communicating to me. And I really think it's important. And I really try my best to like share the big picture vision and, communicate these ideas or plans that I have, and really, share and get the team to be able to participate and, buy into these ideas and visions. And so, yeah, communication really important, the weekly calls, doing one-on-one calls, the weekly video updates. We also do we send out a weekly survey of just kind of like a check-in with everyone of just kind of like, hey, what'd you do this week? What are you doing next week? Any problems? How are you feeling? Super short and simple, but is really valuable to keep a pulse on everyone. And it's another communication channel where, if there's, a problem or something is potentially, could be a problem, it provides for a channel to allow the team to, communicate that, to then be able to, address and get in sync on, any of these potential problems, ideally, before they become problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's one, that I've found a really, really valuable tool for managing the team, or all of those have been really valuable tools for, managing the team.
Thank you so much
remotely.
for sharing that. I'm definitely stealing the video idea. I think that's fantastic. That's a great one. Out of the different, out of the different businesses that you have, what's your focus? I mean, I know that people can work with you directly. You have your investing. What do you do on the investment sector? What interests you about that?
Yeah, so the investing stuff, I kind of started to, explore more when I sold the USA side of my business last spring. And also to give a little context, in that business, that the business that I sold, as well as the current e-commerce business, I was invested in and have a business partner, my business partner Travis. So a friend of mine who, I mean, I've known for years, now business partner. He invested in me slash my business. Rewind now a couple of years, and he invested in me and my business, which, like, overall has been an incredibly positive experience. That I mean, I've been able to learn a lot, and the business has grown a lot, and it's been really positive in terms of my business and entrepreneurial and personal whatever development has all been really good. So I, now it's interesting because so I've had that experience, that very positive experience of being invested in, and now more recently, the last few months, have invested in my first, I guess, private business, and so trying to offer similar, ideally, similar positive dynamics with this business that I've invested in. And yeah, I mean, that's been going actually really, really awesome. It's been a lot of learning experience in terms of my goal is I want to invest in businesses that I uh, it's a good business, good opportunity for growth, good cash flow that I can have an impact on, whether that's through my network or my domain experience, as well as have an impact. And what I've really been enjoying is working with the entrepreneur. So my role in that is it's an investor slash mentor. And like I said, like it's been so far really awesome. We've been a couple months into it, and like it's been going really well. Been getting a lot done in terms of pushing the business forward. And my understanding is the business that I invest in, or the entrepreneur, this guy Brent, he feels like he's getting a lot out of it, and is getting value, and the business is moving forward, and really, really been enjoying that. Just like the whole experience has been so far really, really positive. And it took a long time to find first that first type of investment opportunity. Literally months of looking through business prospectuses and different conversations with people, and me putting myself out there to try to find opportunities. And it's not easy to find the right fit and right opportunity. And really, well, this experience, again, so far at least, has been really positive. And I think finding helping me to kind of refine the things that I am looking for in businesses that we invest in. And so yeah, now that first deal has, I mean, there's still lots of work to do, and my involvement persists, but now kind of also starting to open my eyes to maybe the next opportunity or the next business to be involved with, now that we are kind of feel like we're getting a handle on the first deal, and the direction that's going in. And so yeah, now I guess, again, kind of starting to explore opportunities, and see what the next investment might be.
Very cool. Yeah. So how can people find you if they want to follow Nate around the world? How do we find you?
Yeah. Well, anyone that is interested in yoga and or travel pictures, would love to connect on Instagram, Instagram.com/Nate Ginsburg, or at Nate Ginsburg, as well as my website, nateginsburg.com, shares more about my kind of story, experience, and yeah, really interested to be in touch with any and everyone, if anything of this, sounds interesting, like I said, the best opportunities in my life have all come from the amazing people that I've been able to meet and connect with. And so always interested in meeting and connecting with like-minded people.
Exciting. Yeah. So we're definitely going to put the links in the show notes below this podcast so people can find you. I was just looking at your Instagram profile. It looks very much like mine, travel pictures and yoga. Funny how that works. Nomads, right? We have certain priorities. Thank you so much for making the time to be here today and share your story. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks so much for having me. Hope your listeners got something out of it, and yeah, hope to hear from some people soon.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your ongoing support. Before I leave you, I want to invite you into my world. Please go check out dnxcommunity.com. This is where you'll find the other nomads and evaders of convention. We'll see you there. And if you're interested in our English-speaking events, go and check out dnxglobal.com. You'll find the link below this podcast as well. And if you have time, one last favor, please go to iTunes, look for Sylvia Chrisman or look for the DNX podcast and leave a review. Thank you so much, lovely people, and I'll talk to you next time.